Unreal, ladies and gentlemen. Unreal. Merry Christmas, everybody. I just got home. I flew in my lovely car watching Paramount Plus as I was on the road. I want to tell people one thing. It sucks when you work and you have to deal with situations where you can have no control. And I am not very good in my rankings and records when I do work. And it just keeps piling on. So every time I have worked at my job, I believe I am maybe 2-34. Um, and today was no different. The Pittsburgh Steelers go down in defeat and go down in defeat in very bad fashion. Um, I don't know where we can go from here. And yeah, George, Merry Christmas to you. I don't think I've ever seen in my entire life, as we talk about this debacle. I believe this is the worst 10 days in Steelers football history. Um, Before the Cleveland Browns game with the snow, our defense was actually causing situations, causing turnovers, causing offenses to be fearful of us. Not anymore. Today, Patrick Mahomes does what he does best. Travis Kelce had his best game in probably a long time. Um, and I don't know how the Netflix was in your area, but I watched the local KDKA. It's just disappointing. I mean, we can hope for the Texans to beat the Ravens, but right now we're into playoffs, but now we're probably looking at a wild card. I don't know. Um, let's just say we had a touchdown, got called back from a holding. Um, I don't know if their their precision you know what I mean. They have to run on all cylinders. And I thought with Chris Jones being out of the lineup, I thought the Steelers were going to be like, wow. I mean, that was a huge thing. I heard about it, and I'm like, oh man, we're in it. I picked them to win anyway. I really do, and I really did. It's disappointing, but just how they're playing. It's not how they're losing; it's how they're playing. They're just like when I was talking about Dan Moore about a month ago, or maybe a month and a half ago, 5 weeks. I was giving him praise. Boy, did he his shelf life on those tackles, both offensive tackles, are ridiculous. Um, I, I don't know what to do. I Terrell Austin as a defensive coordinator. Patrick Mahomes threw over 300 and some yards, 320. Hi Dawn. Hi Afton. Merry Christmas, everybody. Um, it was just, I mean, let me get your guys' take, because man, my take is bad. Just poor execution. Uh, just the balls aren't bouncing our ways now. Like when we cause a fumble, we can't be there to recover, and that's happened quite more than I care to admit. And I got a headache because I'm angry, very angry. Mahomes was 29 out of 38, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt had 9 carries, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, Kelce was, like I said, 8 receptions, 84 and a touchdown. It just, we stopped them on the run. You know, Hunt Henley had 20. Pacheco, who went out, he had 18. Receiving, wow. Between Kelce, Worthy, Watson, and Brown, Kelce had 84, Worthy had 79, Watson had 60, Brown had 46. Even Juju got 18 yards. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's even the case, Dawn. I I just think our defense can't stop anybody. We cannot stop the short passes now because, like, they were getting third downs. It was like a third down and 11. He'd be rushed out of the pocket. I mean, it's just, I agree with you. I think poor execution. I think, and it's not so much having Joey Porter Jr. out there was going to cost us, super big. Okay. And Ralph Williams, the Sports Corner. No, you will not. Nope. Um, I just believe I believe Terrell Austin as a defensive coordinator has warmed out his welcome. Look, Tomlin's not going nowhere, but poor execution. The batted down the balls, the offensive line. Jalen Warren in the first quarter was actually doing very, very well. Najee, I'll get to some Steeler stats. Let me get to some Steeler stats here. Steeler stats. Okay, Russell Wilson was 23 out of 37. 205, one INT, one rushing touchdown. Najee had 13 carries for 74 yards. Jalen Warren had 71. Russell Wilson had 55. Freiermuth had 7 receptions, 60. You know what I mean? I like that, but he had a crucial fumble. Pickens had 50. He could have had that one big play. Worland had 41. Austin had 31. Fitzpatrick led the team in tackles. No sacks. No sacks. No sacks. Yeah, the offense hasn't done. This is the worst in 10 days. Yeah, but I'm tired of the yes. I'm tired. I'm not a big Terrell Austin guy. Yeah, Dawn, not good. Not good. Poor execution. Gene, what's up? How you guys doing down in Pittsburgh? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas too, Jamie. Yeah. Yeah. Don't work on Christmas. It kind of sucks. It was terrible. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm so fucking mad. Balls batted down. Russell Wilson running around for his life. Dan Moore, Broderick Jones. God, I don't know what happened to Dan Moore. If you can catch on the archives, I was praising Dan Moore. Now I do not know. Troy Fautanu, I cannot wait for you to return. McCormick, the interior of that offensive line, I like. It's the bookends, and I was such a Dan Moore supporter. I just sucks. It's terrible. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. The last one. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Shane texted me and he's like, Bubba, I turned the game off. I'm so mad. I was like, well, Shane, if it's 13-7 going into half, I'm okay. I was okay. You know what I mean? Oh, hi, Owen James. Okay, hold up. After losing to the Ravens and Chiefs, just shows we will never win another Super Bowl under Tomlin. The guy is a purveyance of average. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Now hold up, Owen. Let's just look at it this way. If Washington wouldn't have held, Steelers would have scored. Okay. I think every time that happens, Owen, it sabotages what the Steelers are doing. I think the players that we have are not the superstars that we think that they need to be. And Annie, thanks for tuning in. I just think that I just think as the right Broderick Jones is not having. They had 5 sacks today to Kansas City Chiefs, and without Chris Jones, I thought it was a plus. It turned into a negative. Could you imagine if Chris Jones was in there also? They probably would have had 8, maybe. In the last 3 games in 10 days, I'm telling you, it's been terrible. It just seems like we get a turnover, we cause it, we cause a turnover, we don't recover, and then we are driving and turn over the ball, and we can't seem to get out of that or and expectations. You know, we will be one and done in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know. A month ago I was, you know what I mean? It's gut wrenching. Like I got punched in the stomach. I honestly thought that they were gonna win today, and it just like, but that Steelers defense is not. They let him drive down the field like it was easy. Like Patrick Mahomes was back there running out of the pocket, throwing uh, underhand passes like he was playing it with a bunch of kids in the neighborhood. You know. Okay, let me get to some comments. Russell Wilson is playing for the other team. You want proof? Watch Hard Knocks. You hear? Wow, I got to watch that. Okay, in Europe. Well, he'd have been Ted Lasso. Yeah, Jamie, the highest paid defense in the league should play. Yes. Yeah, and the thing, guys, Cam Hayward went out with injury. Um, I always wanted Brian Flores to stay. I did. Oh, ah, wow. And we were all riding this wave too. It just feels like we got our legs just cut from under us. I thought we were good at halftime. I really did, and we came out flat. Afton, we came out flat. We held them, and then they just those little passes turned into big games, and we couldn't stop Travis Kelce. So I mean, we can. I got nothing, and I love this channel, and I love the community and stuff. And like Shane always says, it's very hard to talk about stuff because I don't want to just destroy the whole. I mean, we've had a great year, but these last 3 weeks remind me of last year when we played the Cardinals and the Patriots. But even though we didn't have a quarterback because we had Pickens and we should have won those games and we didn't. Now that I don't know. They're just not going to get rid of Tomlin. They just are. I just don't. I just. Well, I blame the defense in the first 2 possessions. They didn't stop them. And the offense just didn't show up. Russell Wilson has not been downgraded from when, like I said, before that Cleveland game in the snow, everything was up to par. And even in the snow, he was throwing for big yardage. He's underthrowing. He's getting pressured, and he's just not. Look what he's doing now. He's scrambling more than he has ever done as a Steeler till the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I agree, Ann. I wanted him to stay as the defensive coordinator. Yeah, he probably could have been. I feel like we all been fooled. I'm very disappointed too. I I want to be positive, and look. Pat Fryermuth had 6 receptions, had what I wanted him to do all year, and then he had a crucial fumble. You know what I mean? So it's just it's mind-boggling, guys. It's totally mind-boggling on Christmas Day, and the Kansas City Chiefs, every game this year, they barely ever they pulled it out in the last minute. Now this game, they just beat the fucking bejesus off us. We just I thought we were running the ball good, but some of the plays was not connecting. Some of the pass plays. I mean, I don't know. I didn't listen to the press conference because I came down here to do this. Um, so I don't know. I mean, they're a force, and I believe they're a force, but they're not a big force. I mean, in the pecking order of the AFC, they're in the middle run. I mean, the Steelers are not in the top, or the Kansas City Buffalo Bills pecking order. About 6 weeks ago, they were. Um, Now they probably have to struggle and limp right in to the playoffs. Yeah, we don't. And I thought we had leadership, Brian. How you doing? And Merry Christmas. I I I like Wilson's leadership, but I think he's scrambling around for his life because he doesn't want to cause any issues. But those issues are causing miscues on the offense, and I don't know what the answer is anymore on the offense. Like, Pickens was back. Um, yeah, I agree. I mean, we beat Baltimore, and we're 1-1 against Baltimore. The Chiefs beat the shit out of us, and we haven't played Buffalo yet. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just bad, bad. Yeah, you can't have three and out. It's god awful. The script that they have on the first 10 plays or 12 plays are not that good. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Offense starts out three out. Imagine that, and then they allow a big return on the punt, but you still blame the defense for not carrying anymore. Offense scores. Yes. Well, but this defense. Well, look, Don, as the stature of the defense to the offense. The defense got all these high-paying multiple people, and quarterbacks are averaging 300, no sacks today. 300 320 yards by Patrick Mahomes. Our offense doesn't have any big playmakers anyway, except for Pickens. Najee and Jalen Warren are not. They're second tier players on another team. Here they're first tier players. Um, oh man, we got a lot of comments. Kenny, Merry Christmas to you, brother. Russ did hold on to the ball too long, and there was guys open too. I mean, I seen Pickens was out there waving his hands, and he was open on that one, and he never got an opportunity because of our poor, terrible tackles. And he was running. I just can't believe with Chris Jones out, they still got 5 sacks. It's just crazy. And I thought it was going to be a positive for us, and it's just come back to bite us in the ass. I miss him too, but you know what I mean. But also too, I also miss Alan Faneca, and I miss Marvell Smith, and you know, I miss Ryan Clark, and I miss, I even miss to say Townsend sometimes, you know, and and it wasn't a big name, but playoffs at least. Yeah, ever since then, since they lost to Cleveland, in Cleveland, they haven't been good. I don't know. 70 points. True. And then today he throws that pick. Um, Poor execution. They're just not running on all cylinders. It's like my lawnmower, and the air filter's all clogged and it doesn't run right. You know. Let me see. Let me see what you said. Okay, I'm getting everybody's comment. Yeah, I mean, Burns might be right at 10-7. I'm glad I got my $100 off of him. Yes, I agree, Don. He probably 1.2 seconds, probably. Oh, okay, Gene. Cool. Thank you. Did you give him the hat? Devil, Merry Christmas. I ate a lot of ham just recently. I'm all whatever. I got the game. I got the big. I got the like. We can hope and pray that the Texans with Dante Johnson scores 2 touchdowns and 100 yards, and the Ravens get beat. I don't know. I mean, I had to work today. Steelers lost. The little drummer boy is shit in the bed today, and Rudolph is just running rampant. Now Burns is wrong. Well, he was going regular season. So hey, 412, Merry Christmas. Yeah, I I I just don't understand. I was praising Dan Moore, and you guys know it. I was praising him. Now I not so much. I don't think in the last 3 games these tackles have just been atrocious. Look, Frazier's a rookie, McCormick's a rookie, and they have been doing as best as they can, and by far succeeding at. I just some of the play calling, like we're down and they're still running the ball, like they didn't have any sense of urgency at all. And then that one, they should have called timeout when the Chiefs receiver dropped that ball because it was incomplete. And then Mahomes hurry up and they don't mess around. Boom, they got to play real quick, and then boom, you couldn't do anything about it. And that's what sucks too. I'd say the last 3 weeks, 412. This is the worst. This is the worst 10-day span in Steelers history. Now I'm gonna send something out to Mark too. So, but I I thought at least 2-1. I did not see 0-3 out of this. I did not. I did not see. If anything, this game today was been the one that we would have won. That's the game I was going to go with. You know, I I don't know. It's just that it's disheartening, and it's upsetting. Well, yeah, he's 1-1 I think now, and it's not his fault today. They just got their asses beat. You know. Okay, no energy. Well, I like I said before, Devil Cam come out of the game. I don't know how bad he is. Um, I think we were running the ball today. Good. I like that. That's a positive. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It just I don't know. It just it's so hard. Well, they had and that one play that made me upset when George Pickens got that ball and he broke free and he was running and they hurried and they blew it dead real quickly. You know, wow, I did not know that, Don. That's not good. And we have not ever beat Patrick Mahomes. You can't give that guy the ball long at all. It's terrible. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought that was a positive today. Um, but no sacks. So I don't know. I don't know who the defensive player of the year is because the last 3 games, TJ Watt has not been defensive player of the worthy status in my eyes. Just saying. I don't know. I mean, it is rough. This is rough. This is a hard pill to swallow. You know, I did send the invite out to Mark. Mark's trying to get to his hotel room, and then he can come on and give his take of what he saw down there firsthand and talk about his experience. Yeah, yeah, but you know what? I'm glad I didn't see his other half today. Yeah, he has 78 or something now. Yeah, I mean, he had a good game today. It just sucks that it was against us. And and we got 11 days now, 10 days off. We need to regroup. We need to get healthy, and then we need to be 11-6. Just go 11, win the last game, and don't go limping into the playoffs. Win and beat Cincinnati, and then go from there. And then the Chiefs had more penalties than us, almost 100 yards in penalties, and they still beat the living piss out of us. You know, so I got nothing. I know it's 0-0 with the Ravens and the Texans. They just, Ravens got the ball first. So, I mean, we can debate this forever. I think this is these last three games is the worst games, worst span in Steelers history in 10 days. And we didn't even score 20 points in any of those games, which was god awful. And now the Ravens are stepping up to what they did against us running the ball. So I don't know. I mean, it was good to see George Pickens back. And Mike Williams almost caught that one where he was down on the ground. And then he did caught that one where he almost had 2 feet in, but he had double tapped his one right leg. We're just not in the. Yeah, now the second half we're starting to crack. Where in the second half we were a second half team. Now that's not so much. Yep. And the Ravens are going to be the AFC North Division champions if they beat the Texans, because they play Cleveland. So good thing 10-8 this year. The Bears get a 6th-round pick from us for Fields. I don't think Fields will be around. I really don't. I think Fields will be somewhere else. I just have that funny feeling. But yeah. And we didn't have our special teams could have played a little better. Boswell got redemption on that kick. My ham was it was okay. My ham was good today. My ham was good. I had some ham. I just got done eating before I got on. I hurry up and drove home with the game on my phone as I'm driving. I don't know what they're gonna do. Oh, okay, cool, cool. I I don't know what they're gonna do. They got this off season. Wait till we get to the off season because that'll be a lot to talk about. But I'm just waiting for Mark to come in so I can talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. And there goes Lamar Jackson running for his life down the sidelines. So it's not going to be looking good, Steeler fans. Today's not a good day in Steeler Nation. The Grinch took all our presents today. Yeah. Just a month ago, we were so on fire. Yeah, it's just it's like Slim Shady song. Will the please real stand up? Please stand up. Well, the Steelers are definitely not standing because they're sitting on their ass. So, oh, thanks, Devil. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm waiting for Mark to come on. I want to hear his take on the game and see how he liked, being down there. The weather was good today. Um, it wasn't cold in Pittsburgh. Like a little bit of rain or like sloshy kind of stuff. But you know, see if you got any food. No, don't do that. Oh, 412, my Steeler tree's up all year round, brother. No, 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 no. I wanted him to at least try to score. I was like, man, it was like I was like, oh, come on, at least get 17. And then that penalty, and then the time ran out. So I don't know, guys. I just 3 games, 10 days. We're still not we're not still we're not healthy, and we had them. You know what I mean? We had them in certain areas. We just didn't capitalize, and the Ravens are on the 1 yard line by Flowers. I Tom, Merry Christmas to you. Um, it just it's a game of inches, and it's a game of opportunities and chances and luck. Um, okay, once again, no hold on Washington. We score 14-13 going into the half. There we go. Um, you know, well, it seems like it seems like the football gods are against us, and Henry just ran a touchdown in, and they went down with ease. They went down the field with ease. So I just think it's just execution. It's execution, execution, and even on the defense of I think a lot of the secondary is a lot of miscommunication that's costing receivers being open because they don't have the communication. They're lacking. I think I've seen it when they were lining up and they were motioning. The Chiefs were motioning, and then the secondary guys weren't ready, and that's a problem. You know. Okay, hold on. What's that? Prove scoring last minute when you're down by three. If there was trying to win, they would have not punted. Yeah, I think I was getting a sandwich when that happened. I I don't know. Well, I was trying. Well, I lost out my parlay because I took Steelers to win, and I need 3 more. So hopefully next week the Russell Wilson rushes for 3 touchdowns, but that ain't gonna happen. I got 2. That was a good bet going into the off season. Him rushing for 5 touchdowns. I thought he, would have happened, but I'm I'm close. I'm so far away at the same time. So it just seemed like, and I think urgency. There was no urgency. I think once they scored that last touchdown, the Steelers are like, "Fuck it, let's just pack it in." And I don't know when Cam went out. I did read it. I don't know when it was. Was it the third quarter or fourth quarter? And if it's you know longer, I would just I don't know, maybe just set people out that are hurt next week because we got a wild card anyway. What the fuck difference does it make? And just rest people. I think Shane's okay. He's at his family's Christmas, like over the hill from me. His parents live like five. I mean, me and Shane went to the same high school. So his parents live like maybe less than 5 minutes away from me. So he's out there visiting his family because he said if he did a podcast today, April would divorce him, and my other half's probably wanting me upstairs because they're all upstairs doing Christmas stuff, and I was like, I gotta do a podcast. So I mean, hey, I like doing this, and I appreciate all you guys. I was up last night doing logos and doing the Christmas, Merry Christmas thing on certain sites because I have. I mean, we're on Facebook. I didn't do too much Facebook stuff today on the Steelers Dynasty podcast because I was at work. I usually interact a lot or share stuff or share news. So if you guys are on Facebook and you guys want to, you hit like on the Steelers Dynasty podcast page, it'll have this little icon up on the corner there in the yellow. And then I did a video last night, a Merry Christmas video, talking about this upcoming game, and that I was excited. I didn't go to bed till late. I was pumped up, but then I hate working at my job on Steeler games because it just sucks. Hi, Kelly. Don't watch it again. It's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah. It was cool 412. I know Mark has some I just have a couple pictures because I did do one live in McFadden's 412, and Shane's son Hayden's like, "Hey Bubba, you'll get a copyright thing." So I hurry up and took it off. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I had 10 days off. No, it's okay, brother. It's cool. I love talking Steelers football. You guys are all great. This community here is taking one on the chin, man. You know, you ride and die. I'm not fucking gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go burn my jersey and shit like that, like some people. No, that ain't happening. Um, Look, it is what it is. Actually, you know what I watched today? I watched the dawn of a dynasty. That was the first Super Bowl run by the Steelers, hosted by Rocky Blyer. It was on a half hour because actually I made everybody at work where I work, they didn't have a say in it. We were watching Steelers pregame, and that's what we watched. They're like, Mr. Brewer, can we watch this? I said, absolutely not. We're watching Steelers pregame. If you don't like it, you guys can go back to your room. So some of them did, you know, but yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, that was, it showed about, a good old Joe Gillamere and Bradshaw doing whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's how it is, 412. I mean, but sometimes we have like took the sword and jumped on the sword ourselves lately. We can't win them all. Look, I just want to win. Let's just win one playoff game, okay? Look, no, we are still in the playoffs, Kelly. We have a playoff berth. We are not going to be able to clinch the AFC North unless the Ravens lose to and we beat Cincy, I believe. I could be wrong because we were ahead of the Ravens by a winning percentage. Thank you, Dawn. I hope everybody's having a great Merry Christmas. I mean, even though the Steelers didn't, sometimes, you got to wish for health and happiness, Yeah, I mean, 412, yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just get into the playoffs and let's roll the dice and see. I don't know. I don't know who we're going to play since we're a wild card. I don't know. So yes, yeah, Dawn's right, Kelly. We already clinched we're clinched the playoff berth. So everybody, just hang loose. I sent Mark out an invite, and I'm just gonna chit chat, and we can talk and do whatever until he comes on and talks about his game experience and what his thoughts of the game were, and get his real raw emotion from being there. You know. Okay, let's talk about him. Feel the steel. Do you feel he's too conservative? Because we could still run the ball with an offensive coordinator, and I thought he was going to use more of Pat Fryermuth. Today was the most he had ever used him. I just think that our offense is predictable. Maybe. Okay, I'll take either one. We beat either one. I'll take it. And it seems like the Texans are going to be looks like 3rd and 7 here. I was hoping Dante gets a touchdown on 100 yards, but I don't see that happening. So, in its first quarter with 7:15 to go. I don't know if anybody got Netflix. It's on Netflix, but on my cable system, I think I'm watching it out of Buffalo. Okay, I think Mark just texted me here. 10 minutes. Okay, take your time. And he's coming right from the game too. So I know when I used to go to the game, it used to take a long time to get out of the stadium and get to your car. Maybe it's cold, get warmed up, stuff like that. But we'll have, raw emotion from Mark, and then we're gonna hang on, and I'm glad you guys are hanging with me here. And I do appreciate it. We're I got some Mucky Duck mustard. This show is sponsored by Mucky Duck Mustard. Great for New Year's Eve. There we go. www.morethanmustard.com. It's great for New Year's Eve or any type of parties that you're looking for. Guys, I got a bottle coming, and we're gonna do a giveaway. Once I get the bottle, we're gonna do a giveaway to one of you guys who's gonna get a bottle of Mucky Duck Mustard. It's the pub style, which is very, very good. I didn't want to get the spicy stuff, for people because they might not like spice. Some people do, some people don't. But we get to 300. We'll do a giveaway of a bottle of Mucky Duck Mustard. Hopefully, very, very soon. I hope that'll be great. So let me get some comments. Yeah. Well, they got Dante Johnson. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the stuff you do and share for us, Kelly. Thank you so much. Ooh, I don't want to see that. I want us to beat Cincinnati. Ooh. Okay, so if the Bengals beat us, they replace Denver, or if we beat them, Denver's in the playoffs. Jesus Christ. I don't want to face Buffalo in the fucking first round. God damn. Because if, who I'd rather face out of all them would be Houston. And Baltimore. I'd go for another Baltimore game. Fuck it. If you're going to go, I don't want to face Buffalo in the first round. Get me Buffalo in the second. You never know. Because once we win one, you never know. It's house money. House money. I'm good with house money. I have not won nothing all year with my own money. But I do like house money. So, yeah, crazy. Let me see if I can get any more news or anything. Any more Steeler news here while I'm, let me see here. Okay. Boop. And the Kansas City Chief actually clinched home field advantage with that victory over us today. And they call it a blowout win over the Steelers on the USA Today thing. Yeah, that sucks. I just can't believe that we gave up 5 sacks. And actually, they said this offense have struggled to produce in that span. Wait a minute, hold on. It's our offense is averaging 13.3 points a game. It's becoming a major issue. And it says it could derail the dreams of making a long postseason run. And this is the third week also, guys, that we failed to hold the opponent under 27 points. And the Steelers, we are no longer in control of our own destiny. With the Baltimore Ravens able, the Ravens will take the division if they win the next 2 games, like I said. And it doesn't even look like, they say Patrick Mahomes never even looked like he had an ankle injury. Just terrible. Terrible, terrible. 1984 was the last 15-1 team. Well, 1984, you know who that one loss was to, 4-1-2? I don't know if you know that. I'll let you guys guess in the commentating. Here's some team stats. Total yards was 389 for Kansas City, 364 for the Steelers, 320 passing yards. Wow, this is ridiculous. Holy shit. I don't think I have ever seen this. How can you rush for over 200 yards and still fucking lose? Wow. Steelers rushed for 202 yards, lost. We had more first downs than them. We were 8 out of 16 on third down efficiencies. We had 73 total plays. They got 5 sacks. We got 0. They were penalized. 9 for 75. Time of possession. We won that. We won the time of possession, but not on the score. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of shitty. Oh. Hey, Shane. If you want to come on, I'll send you an invite. Yeah, see, that's positive. We're not last. Yeah, we could be the Cleveland Browns. I don't think so. I think, okay, let's look at it this way. I think, okay, you're still at the family stuff. Okay. I think, Kelly, that the tackles, Dan Moore and Broderick Jones, even with the help of Donnell Washington, because Washington let somebody in on a sack too. So, and Gene was down there. So Gene, he says some of our big plays got flagged after the plays were over. Yeah, on that big, a couple big plays got called back. So that has, he's in hiding. That's funny. And that has its effects too. That does. 412 hopes you're having a great Christmas, Shane. Shane's like Afton, but yeah, I mean it happens. So we got a big, we got big yardage, and we had a penalty bringing it all back. Well, I told you, Shane. Hang in there. It'd be 13-7 going into half. I got that right. But then the bottom fell out in the second half. And I left work. I left work at 3 o'clock. I said, fuck this. I'm leaving. And I had my phone with Paramount Plus, and I was watching it on my phone driving down the highway, and we just couldn't get anything going. And it's rough when you can't get anything going, and the pockets collapsed. Maybe he held on the ball too long. I don't know. He was running like he was 23 years old, like Oh, okay, I will do it. I will send it, Shane. And well, now it's 10-0 Ravens. Yeah, maybe we should play the Texans. I turned it off when we were okay, down by 19. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got an individual who was at the game. I probably gonna say he's not happy. We're gonna let him talk about all of his experiences today. From Steeler Nation, Australia, it's everybody's favorite Australian, the most positive Steeler that I've ever met in my entire life, Mark. Hi, Mark. How are you?
We're going to lose the whole thing.
I just said you're the most positive Steeler person I know. Oh, shit. And when you said
it's that Yanzi in me.
Yeah. And look what you said. You just said that and burns come on. It was like fucking Beetlejuice. As soon as you said that,
okay,
burns come on.
There's and hopefully you can't get feedback from your microphone. There is one thing I want to say.
Okay.
If there are people out there saying fire Tom after this, I'm just like, that's not the issue. The issue we should talk about why the team lost in terms of like offensive line, refs, all those kind of things. Mm-hmm. The easy scapegoat, I think, is to say fire Tomlin, but it's never going to happen. I had a mate, Britsburg Owen. I'm sorry, Owen, if you're listening. I just deleted your fucking. I don't care. I just deleted his comment because I'm fucking sick and hear of it. Like, I don't want to hear about that he's never going to win a Super Bowl. That's an easy out to me.
Well,
It is. It's an easy out. It's like,
I guess-
by the way, you're down. I'm gonna kick you in the teeth. It's an easy out.
Oh, well, as long as you got.
I want real conversation about why we lost and what we should do better. Not we're gonna fire Tomlin because we can't win a Super Bowl. He's on my comment. He said the Steelers will never win a Super Bowl. Get fucked. Who cares? Like I'm just sick. I'm sick of that. Exactly right. I'm sick of that. Like that notion. Like that is just to me. It's loser talk. G'day, Jen. I was with Jen like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, I know. And hey, here's another person who will give us some insight. Everybody, welcome special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller from probably in Marion Center, I believe. Hi, Shane.
Yeah, I'm right up the road, right off 119, just like you, Bubba. But sitting upstairs in my parents' bedroom with my Christmas light necklace on, my goofy jumper.
Well, what? Let me ask you real quick, Shane. What did you think of the game?
Well, I turned it on about 2 minutes late, and I saw that. Oh my gosh, Kansas City's driving. I watched it long enough for Kansas City to jump up, and I messaged you, but when I said I'm turning this shit off. So I turned it off, and I'm like, I'm gonna check and see what the score is, because I'm that guy.
This gotta be somebody I know. It gotta be. This gotta
be. I would have been him by now. I'm on him.
It has to be someone you know.
I would have been.
Then I popped in and they scored. So they kept it respectable, but it was that same scenario that it's close enough that your expectations are still okay. They might pull it out, but they keep shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and just stupid plays. And I tell you what, it's tough.
Okay, let's get a personal experience on Mark, because Mark was there. Mark, tell us what you saw down there, because you have.
I saw Joel Warren run for a touchdown. Then a flag came out after. That was the most piss call. There are narratives around the refs. Yes, we played bad. He ran for a touchdown. They took points away off the board, and then Russell Wilson tried to capitalize and get back in front and threw a pick. Like the refs are terrible. Like they are dead set on the Chiefs side. It's you'll be a 3rd and 11, and there was like a pass to Mahomes or someone, and it was incomplete. And the flag comes out, and it's like, oh, is it roughing the passer or something? It's crazy.
Right. On that one, yeah, it was Cam Sutton.
That roughing the passer was horseshit.
Yeah.
There's this stuff. There's so many things like that. Now, we played bad. The secondary was toast, bro. It was like getting carved up. That's what I'm saying. The Steelers were going down by 7-0 and 13-0. We had to come back in. But there was a time where it could have been, I think, 14-13 with Warren's TD, or was it 7-13? We were chasing points the whole time.
Yep.
Because that Warren one, our crowd went crazy. Right? Then the next point, it was like, oh, there was a holding on Jones. He played bad too, but there was no holding.
Well, I think both of them played bad, Moore and Jones.
They did, and the whole offensive line was pretty piss poor. Russell Wilson can't do everything by himself.
Well, I banned the Chiefs Dynasty podcast. Any other podcast coming on this fucking show that ain't Steelers, I'm banning you motherfuckers. I'm tired of your shit. You fucking troll.
But I want to so what I want to go back to, because people there's a big look. It was great seeing Gene. It was great hanging out in the stadium. It's good fun. It's a bit angry, but there's a big difference from watching the game on social media or being on live chat to watching in comments. Like, we're down by 13. Oh, we can't win this. We might as well go home. We're in the stadium. You're hoping for everything. I had a guy behind me. He was awesome. I got a few videos of him. He was calling out plays. He was saying what the team had to do, and I was like, tick tick. Yeah, everything's saying right. So, it was a fun experience in that sense, but we got outplayed. To allow Mahomes, and they didn't run the ball at all. Allow Mahomes to think he played the Tom Brady offense. Do you know how many times we saw the bubble screen? And it was fucking too many. And those are the comments I
backyard
can't,
football.
That's Burns. Just don't mind him.
Yeah, but that was Dinkin dunk style football. This one, that like Mahomes,
and he never threw like long passes. It was all the dink and dunk shit.
He couldn't throw long passes because it wasn't there. So you needed guys like the Robertson or Spillane, not Spillane, the other bloke, 41, to step up and do something, or crash down the corners. And he was stepping up to the pocket. There was he didn't even get sacked today, I don't think.
No sacks. We got no sacks at all. No
yeah,
sacks.
so he was just like he was playing with his food pretty much.
Did you see anything that happened to Cam when Cam went off? Did you see any of that?
I don't know. Oh, he was
he
down
hurt
for a bit, but I'm not too sure.
Okay. So what's your take on this lovely offense now that you saw it live?
Oh, sugar.
Sugar.
I'm not saying you have to cut Najee, but they need to design better plays or something around him. Like there's going to be the fact that they use Najee and it comes at the very first drive, like run for 1 yard, there's no burst. There's none at all. So
thank you, Swish.
Yeah.
And that's a Buffalo
Yeah,
Bills fan giving, that's cool.
Giving us a sympathy. Yeah, it's a little bit of love. Hey, here's the thing, guys, and this is the bottom line. I hate to say it, but the Steelers, as they are right now, they're not a top tier NFL team. They're like the top of the second tier. And there's probably 4 teams that are head and shoulders above the Steelers as far as just execution. The Steelers need a good draft class this year to complement last year's draft class. And unfortunately, they're not going to have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback for the future. I think Russell has 2 good years in him, and that's about it.
They also would they are really slow starters, and you just can't do that against Mahomes. Once they got 13 up, so the third drive or fourth drive, they started going down the field, and that's when they called back that Warren play, which was dumb.
I think this is now. I'm going to ask you guys another question. These last 10 days I said before you guys come on, is the worst 10 days in Steelers history because of losing 0-3 in 10 days. That's still that's not good at all.
I've changed my tune now. Like I was like, oh, they're going to play us too, in that mentality. But like, if this happens again, I've changed my tune. I think it's stupid by the NFL to do that. Like you wanted to have safety in great games and you give like 3 in a row like that. Now, other teams aren't doing that. Not the excuses, but you now believe, I think we have to have the Ravens lose today and then they have to have, we win next week.
Well, the Ravens are just beating the piss out of the Texans right now. And then
they can win the division next week. The Browns ain't winning. Browns ain't beating no one.
No. I just think it's poor execution on both sides of the ball, the defense and offense. I think that's what's costing us. I just feel that we're too conservative. We're too conservative, and the opportune times when we don't need to be conservative, we still are conservative. And we're not getting those big plays. We're not getting the luck. Okay, now when that, they almost recovered a fumble again, bounced right back.
That was a great one. The Mike Robinson teamer, that should have went to our hands. It went to his hands. It bounced off the Chiefs' back and went back into a Chief. What are the odds?
Yeah. That's 2 games where the ball has bounced in favor of the other team. Baltimore got 3 of those at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Well, hold up. Hey, Burns. We lost 5 fucking guys last week. We didn't have our star fucking receiver last week. They didn't lose anybody last week. This week they lost Justin Hill. They
played the Giants too. They played the Giants and Browns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they played.
We played the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly, and we also played Ravens in their house. And we should go 1-1. Like if the Ravens lost that game, they should be deported from their AFC North. Like facts.
Well, I thought we'd go 2-1 out of these 3, and then I thought we'd split Philadelphia, and I honestly thought we were going to beat the Chiefs. I really did.
Yeah, look, we came out pretty pumped up, but I think
I don't have excuses, Burns. Not excuses. It's just facts, Burns. They played let us play the Giants, and
Giants with who? Danny DeVito and no real sense of a running game or anything like that. You can beat the Giants out of a bye.
The problem is we have poor execution and fumbling at the most importunable times. And I don't even know if importunable is a fucking word. Like Pat Fires don't fumble the ball. Fumbled.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rip too. I was like, yeah, there was a little mistakes. There was mistakes, I think, from not when they figured from what I saw, they couldn't figure out Mahomes. They couldn't get to him in time. It was too quick. They couldn't figure out the bubble screens or the quick passing or they couldn't guard Kelsey.
He's falling down.
He'd ditch him.
He's falling down and he's pitching the ball.
Yeah, he's
falling
done that
down
on
on
football.
He's like he's that kid in high school that was good at all kinds of sport.
Like
Didn't matter.
I am. I've been upset all day because I had to work and I hate it. So, how was your experience going to the game today? How was it? What did you do?
It was pretty fun. I woke up super late because I've just been dealing with this like cold since Saturday. Well, we're trying to get over that. So, woke up at 10, got some breakfast, and then just walked over to the stadium and got some photos and stuff like that. Took some videos and whatnot. It was pretty good, but like it was also pretty cold too. So that was playing.
You thought it was cold today then?
Yeah, it was like I walked out with like the big jacket and everything else on, all this kind of stuff, and then I was getting hot. So I wore the one that Shane gave me and like a jumper, a jersey, and I was good. But now I'm like cold again. Dude, they are a well-coached team. Like the Chiefs, that was like I wish we played the Chiefs like 5 weeks ago because they've been playing so much better now.
Yeah, they're playing better now when they play us, but 3 weeks ago they were playing like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm not jumping off a fucking cliff. I mean, it's what it is. I know.
You got to ride with them when they go bad and ride when they're going good and see how the season goes. Now, are we going to be favorites to win Super Bowl? Fuck no.
No.
We're going to have fun with it though. There's Bills, Chiefs, Ravens are 3 teams better than us right now. But can we beat them if we get the playoffs? Fuck yes.
Nobody thought we'd be in the playoffs anyway. Some people didn't think we'd be in it. We'd be last place in the AFC North.
Yeah, they
not
get
me,
hot.
not you. You know, there's something.
And that's why I have a real problem with the fire Tom Hayes because they should be like this should be good for them. They said at the start that the team wasn't good.
Oh, well, Burns, they probably will win another game. You know.
Well, at least you get $100.
I got $100. And honestly, we got 10 days off, so everybody that's hurt can rest up.
Yeah, you got to rest. You got to rest with the Bengals. You 11 days of rest. You can win that game too.
Yeah, and it's at home. It's at home. I mean, the defense of the Cincinnati Bengals is not the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 different fucking defenses. And I didn't think that they were going to get 5 sacks today, and they did.
Yeah, the O-line was bad. Like this, you can't put anything around that. That was no time for Wilson at all.
And you can't. And
there were some splashes there was some reason for some optimism because I don't think they played nearly as bad as they did last week. I mean, they didn't play great, but I mean.
So, fellas, I'm doing the playoff machine now, right? Because this is all I have. If the Ravens win today in Week 17, like they win by 10, then the Browns have to beat them next week, and Steelers have to win the division, right?
Right.
But do we trust the Browns next week?
You know what? Every squirrel finds a nut. Yeah, even Burns got married. I got married, so it happens.
Well, I think
I'm taking Cleveland.
But yeah. I think if the Texans pull their thumb out of there, you know what? Then if Steelers win and Ravens win, then we win the division. So we really need, honest to goodness, we just need the fucking Texans to win.
Yeah. And they just tackled Henry in the backfield on the 50. They just need to score a touchdown, and it'd be 10-7.
Look, maybe I set up to go sit over there and watch the game. I'm doing nothing else. I'm freezing my balls off over here. Crazy.
Well, did you so where was your seats at?
Where they run out of the tunnel on the home side, on the opposite side of that, I was the end zone.
Oh, okay. Good. You got some footage?
Yeah, where is Shane? Shane's like in
Mordor. I'm in the dark. Here, hold on.
Mordor.
He's in a closet.
Yeah.
He's probably
I don't know where the light switch is anymore.
He's probably away from his family. His mom's like, "What are you doing?" Franny's like, "Shane, what are you doing?"
I'm up in my parents' closet. Almost.
I knew you were in your closet.
That's better.
That's funny. I got my stepdaughter's dog barking upstairs. Crazy. So did Gene give you the hat?
Yeah, where is it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, here
Oh,
it is.
as long as you got it. Oh, holy shit! It's been 4 days. Yeah. Awesome. Cool beans. Awesome. It'll be in Australia.
Dude, I got that much stuff now. I feel like I'm homeless and Shane was just giving me all the gear. You know what I mean?
Well, when I get your address and we can send you shit, so then you can have Steelers shit over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a while. But you know what? It's a fun day. It's a lot of people around. It's great. Chief fans, I didn't see anyone too obnoxious. Like they know they're good.
Right.
Like I had a Chiefs fan say to me, "Oh, I'm a bit nervous about this game coming." And, you know, I'm like, "You have Mahomes. How can you be nervous with Mahomes? He's a freak."
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Mahomes just like, you know, one pass I hate when he does. He's just like, "Oh, here you go." Like just right. It's just how does he do it?
He's gonna win like 3 more Super Bowls before he retires, maybe 4.
He is. Yeah, the next 10 years, whatever happens. If he wins 3 or 4, like the way he plays is so smart. His offensive line was pretty good today. Checked down the ball with the receivers. Got Juju involved. Got Kelsey involved too. He's just a really smart footballer.
Which is we stopped them running. They couldn't run. It's those short passes that kill us.
Oh, 100%. And it was like
they were so close to making big plays. They're so close to making the big plays. Then he just dips it. He just drops it and just.
Dude, watching him in person run around, like you hate his guts because he can do that kind of stuff. And then he'll just turn to a left-hand side, and the next minute he'll just like throw the ball like a rock.
See, Don, I think Russell Wilson seriously has. I like him as a. I mean, he's good. I mean, I just think he doesn't have enough time. The offensive tackles weren't blocking for him, and they weren't giving him enough time. And that you give him.
And that interception was bad too.
Yeah, that was bad.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to duck out here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Shane.
Yeah, thank you, Shane. Merry Christmas.
To all the folks in the chat. Happy New Year.
Well, the year ain't over yet.
well, it's not for the Steelers, so still be optimistic. You know, still got a couple games.
We're still good. We're still good.
Yep.
We're in the playoffs. I mean, we're there.
See you, boys.
We don't have see you, Shane. We don't have to worry about anybody else. We're in, so it's not like I'm stressing because I got to wait for the Jets to beat, the New England, so we don't play. You know, no, I don't think I didn't say they suck, Burns. I'm not happy with how they played today. I'm not happy with how they played the last 3 weeks, but it is what it is. And
the O-line, the O-line, Steelers O-line was not great.
If they'd had Chris Jones, they would have had probably 8 sacks. You know, that's the sad part. But so how many more days you got?
2.
2.
I think Thursday and Friday. Then I go home Saturday.
Oof.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have came. Jeez. 2 losses. So I got a Ravens loss and a Chiefs loss.
It ain't your fault. Well, maybe we got to fire you. Well, fuck, we'll just fire you.
Fire me. Now that's
we'll fire you.
My reaction is like, we can discuss what has like. It's not just they're not going to fire him, so stop bringing it up. But like,
yeah, I know
they played bad. They missed Porter. Porter was out. They played bad on the O line. They didn't figure out the short passing game. Najee's a bit of a question mark in certain areas. Wilson, there was flags too. The penalties on the flags for the Chiefs is insane. Like they always help him out. Always helping him out every time. Like it's clear as day. It's like it's almost like, hang on, the NFL is trying to make these teams really, really good. All the time.
I mean, last week they let the ball boy call timeout. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean that's crazy.
But in all set, if you look at the whole season, and if we go on to, if we are wild card because the Ravens win 2 or whatever they do, then we win a playoff game. Then we're like, oh, that's great. It's always whenever you lose, it sucks, and then you just trying to fire someone.
Well, there's nobody except for diehards, probably people in my world that always like, oh, they'll go to Super Bowl. But I just wanted them to win a playoff game. So this year they were above expectations for a lot of people. So I'm happy with that. But the last 3 games are what people thought the Steelers were, and they showed it on the field because they keep shooting themselves in the foot. And that's what sucks because it's all self-injurious situations that cost the Steelers. A fumble, an interception, and then it takes them off the derails them. But when Patrick Mahomes is on the field, if you don't stop him, you're fucked. Like I was like, man, just stop him, let him punt. But he gets a first down. It's third and 11. He's fucking running out of the pocket. He flips it to fucking, Worthy.
It's crazy.
Fucking 12 yards, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and he's almost touched the ground too as he's doing it. Like,
so like I was saying, like the Fire Tomlin thing is not. It's not like a solution. It's just a reaction. It's not a solution. It's not like tell me like exactly why we lost. Like I'll tell you why we lost. Offensive line tackles, they played really poor. They got beat every single time. And then Russell Wilson jumped in the pocket and there was no room to move. Couldn't find spaces open. Guys got down the field getting open. They ran the ball with Najee at the start and he was going nowhere. In the third, fourth drive.
They got over 200 yards rushing today and we still fucking lost.
Who, Steelers did?
Yes.
Really? Oh, I didn't even know.
Yes.
Did we really? That's crazy.
Yes, and that's bullshit.
That's because Warren was back there too. A bit of garbage time though. A bit of garbage time near the end, I think.
Sure, and it was like that last 4 minutes where Najee got like 40 yards, where I thought they would pass and they were just
because Wilson was on fire too. He was running around crazy too because he had to.
Right. I mean, it just, I don't know. I had it here and then I fucking lost it.
I think the key, what the key moment was? I said to a bloke in the crowd. Once they took that Warren TD away, we had to chase 7 again. Because that would have been 17-13, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it would have been 17-13. So we were always chasing 7. And then you're gonna make up for it again.
And you don't ever want to be down chasing. You don't want to be chasing. Like,
well, there were points on the ball and the refs took them off. Like, it's hard to remember because I was just so crazy out there. But
202 yards Steelers had. We had a total.
Yeah, that one too. I've ever seen an offside call. Like, that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, what hasn't even happened?
And then how about when George Pickens got that reception and he broke out and they blew the whistle and he broke out and he was fucking running down the sidelines.
Yeah, because he went for a punch. Yeah, there's a lot. There's also one play too where to Mike Williams, he was out of bounds and they reset the play clock to 8 seconds. It should have been like 12 or 13.
Well, and if Williams would have put the 2 feet down, but he double tapped his 1 foot.
Yeah.
And that one reception that the Chiefs had was an incomplete pass, and Mahomes brought him up to the fucking line and hurt him to the play. That was.
Sometimes what I've noticed in the NFL now is too, the NFL now picks and chooses when they want to do replay assist. Have you noticed that?
Well,
then what's the point? What's the point with the challenge?
Well, Tomlin didn't. Tomlin has somebody he hired to see and then hurry up and do the flag. But Mahomes
but sometimes now, if that was Mahomes and crew, sometimes the refs stop it and go, "Oh, replay assist." It's random. It's all random. The key is we played bad football, but there were moments where we were in the game, but there were moments also where the refs went Casey's side to change it up. That's what
these last 3 weeks, there's been moments that we were in the game. Like, we just shot ourselves in the foot with an INT for a touchdown or a fumble. Today, having, an interception after we scored a touchdown. Those fucking plays come back to haunt us. And that's why we're shooting ourselves in the foot. So to people to say, oh, look, and also too, you've got to have perfection. You cannot have any turnovers and you have to block. And when you have Chris Jones sitting on the sidelines, you can't make the other defensive tackles from the Chiefs fucking, making their day.
So we didn't sack him once.
Then we sacked him once.
Kelsey was on fire.
No, I don't think they got their asses kicked, Burns. I think they played. I'm bringing a status of how I want to see when your tackles don't block. Okay, the tackles sucked. So if your tackles don't block, what are you going to do? Okay, so. And if they would have had the touchdown with Warren scoring that touchdown and it wasn't a holding call, you know what I mean? And then he threw the interception. We didn't get any points off that drive. So that hurt. That seriously hurt.
Yeah, I saw that lie. There was no way that was holding. No way.
And then Freiermuth fumbled. And it's the same as last week. You know, you don't have Wilson running down and fucking not sliding. Today he slid.
Yeah, we
today.
were nervous. We were nervous in the crowd.
Well, how was Gene today? Gene good?
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. So, yeah, we were down 13-0. If that is frustrating because I'm looking at the drive sheet, right?
If
they allow, it's what I'm saying. The flag was not thrown. That would be 13-7. The Chiefs punt it. Then it's 14. Then it's 14-13. We're in front.
Yeah, we're in front. It changes.
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke what these referees do.
And they get paid big money and they fuck up. And we've been in every game the last 3 games. It's not perfection. So Burns, we're not. They are Burns. This is the first thing that I do agree with you on because I thought Dan Moore was a better tackle and now he's shit to bed. So Troy Fautano,
yeah, they look bad today.
That right there is an F, -F. So Wilson didn't have enough time. They were in his face all fucking day, batting down the balls and sacking him. And our defense couldn't stop the short passes. And our secondary is not that good. And it was a little better. I mean,
you know what? I'm hoping for, and I might have to jump soon as well because I might get something to eat, or I might even do maybe the last half of the Ravens game or something. I don't know yet. Maybe get some Uber Eats. But if Ravens lose today, we just got to beat the Bengals.
It's still 10-0. It's still 10-0.
So that's fine.
I mean, it could be 13-10 for all I care.
Because I think this team to win it, look, to be honest, and look, I'm a Mike Tomlin guy. This team needs a home playoff win. It was crazy the other day, man. It was so much fun.
How was Renegade?
Dude, they played it after the fumble. It's like the wrong time. Like it was like we're down by 29-10 or something like that. And I was like, you're playing Renegade now? It was pretty average because you played the wrong time.
Uh-huh.
They should have played the third quarter, not the fourth quarter.
I believe you.
Like we were down by 19 points. I hear Renegade. I'm like, all right, it's cool. It's fun, but it wasn't as fun as the other one.
I was ready to eat a piece of ham, and fucking that's what I did. And I was watching the game while I was driving. I had my phone in the middle of the steering wheel because I had to go to work, and I told everybody to shut the fuck up because I was going to throw people like lawn darts because I heard somebody was clapping when the Kansas City Chiefs scored a touchdown. I said, I'm not in the mood for this shit today.
Yeah.
That's why I don't.
I'll see if I can show you some. If I can just listen to the audio and some of my stuff. I got a lot of video stuff.
Well, that's good. You got a lot of content.
Oh yeah.
Mean, it is what it is. You know, I mean, you can't have turnovers. You have to play a perfect game.
That guy was amazing. That guy behind me was amazing.
Oh, that's funny. Dude, that's clip.
Dude, he was so cool. He was like my own podcast behind me.
Oh, there you go. You should have interviewed him.
Yeah, I wish. You know what? Next time, I'm never drinking. Next time, I'm never drinking. And I'm just going full like reporter mode with like a camera on the front. Never again, because that stuffed up my whole vision.
Well,
it was bad. It was a bad game. It was a shit game. It did suck. It's not fun.
I think. Well, this game last Saturday was worse than this Saturday.
How you turn it around? Yeah, this one was tough. How you turn it around is Houston beats Ravens. They pull something out they're behind. Then you go and beat the Bengals, and then also the Bengals beat the Broncos next week, and they're like, oh, we're going to get a playoff, and then you end the Bengals' playoff chances by winning the division. They need to beat the Broncos next week or something.
They have to play the Broncos. No, they played the Broncos this week.
Yeah, they're going to win 2 in a row, I think, and someone else will lose or something like that, right?
Right.
So how good would it be? And Texans, pull your finger out.
Well, the Texans, the Ravens are on the 4-yard line, and all they got to do is they just got a safety. They just got a safety.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, right? What I'm saying is, imagine if the Bengals were playing for a playoff spot next week. Right. And we're playing for the division. Right. How fucking amazing would that be to send them home?
But there's no time on that game because it's to be determined. That'll be a
Play
primetime
tomorrow. You
game.
might as well.
Yeah, Burns, we're going to play 4 games in 11 days.
Hey, Bubba, I might jump off this one. And I might make another one to watch the game, do a watch party if you want. If you want to join that, I don't know if you want to wrap up this.
Well, I'm going to probably wrap it up here because I got family upstairs.
Okay.
I went downstairs. And
So I need to
everybody's
like
You
talk
need
and
to
watch.
chill out. Yeah, I understand. Well, that's why I wanted to bring you on anyway. You know what I mean?
But I haven't eaten all day though, which is kind of bad.
What? You haven't eaten? You didn't eat anything?
I
at
ate like
the
an
game?
omelet. I ate an omelet.
Where the fuck do you eat an omelet? Not the game.
Nah, down the bar, like down the what's it?
You didn't eat like a hoagie or something? Like a pepper's
Nah, but I
hoagie?
might because all I'm hanging on is now is like the day sucks,
You
but
gotta get some, you
the
gotta get
Texans
something
win, then we can just beat the Bengals to be D whatever determined.
to eat. Yeah. Well, thank you, Afton. These guys will all be on if you do. a
Yeah,
show
that's what I'm
very soon.
saying. Like I got to probably like
Go get something to eat. Chill out. Go get something to eat.
what,
and you
what
come back
time is it in the
on.
game though?
It's 5:32.
Oh, the second
5:32.
quarter.
They got second quarter 10:09.
I won't be able to run and get something to eat though. No, that's
You
all right.
do
We'll
what you
figure it
gotta
out.
do. You'll figure it out. I'll let you go because I'm gonna get out here too. I have
All
like
right.
15, 16 people in the chat, and I appreciate it. But it
See you
is
guys.
Christmas.
Thank you,
and I
Bubba. I'll
gotta
talk to you
still-
later, mate.
Hey, see you, Mark. Take care.
See you, mate. All right.
God bless you. Go Steelers. Okay, everybody. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna go spend time with my family because I just got to do stuff with the family because I haven't done that because I worked all day. So, Paul, thank you very much. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe. We'll be back maybe Tuesday, maybe, I don't know, to do the awards. We got to get that up to par, but definitely Wednesday for sure at 9 o'clock. So, everybody, thank you guys so much. Hit like and subscribe. We get to 300. We will have somebody winning a bottle of Mucky Duck Mustard. www.morethanmustard.com, proud sponsor of the Steelers Dynasty podcast. For myself and Shane, everybody, Merry Christmas. We will see you. We took a big loss today, but hey, it is what it is. Life goes on. So everybody, thank you guys. Have a great night, and we shall see you. Good night, everybody.